How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another very special DragonFable video. So as you guys know, I do have a separate Adventure Quest series on my channel, and I've not been posting a lot of DragonFable content other than the weekly releases. So I really would like to do a bit of something for my DragonFable viewers, and I've been trying to get ideas on what to do and what has not been done before in DragonFable. So the other day I was just browsing YouTube. I wasn't browsing DragonFable specifically. It just popped out on my feed and I saw Dragon Egg Saga speedrun for DragonFable. I thought, hey, doing a speedrun, why not? That's something new and something unique. So I've not seen many people do it. In fact, there are only 2 people that I know of that actually did it on YouTube, at least. The other people who did it, they probably didn't record it or didn't post it on YouTube. So searching YouTube for DragonFable speedruns, I only found 2, and they were on the Dragon Egg Saga. So both of them, what I realized was that both of them, they actually had one, they had a dragon amulet, and 2, they had dragon coins to help them speed through the process. So I thought, okay, I didn't get all 6 dragon amulets for this account. I only got 1 dragon amulet. That was for my main character. So I thought, okay, how about I try to do a Dragon Egg Saga speedrun as well, but a poor man's version of it, or like a 100% free to play version of it. So you don't have your necrotic sword of doom, you don't have your doom knight items, you don't have your dragon amulet, which locks you out of a lot of things, and you also do not have dragon coins to buy a powerful weapon right off the bat. So I'm going to see how far I can go with a free-to-play speed run, and this is actually not the first attempt. Obviously, it took me quite a few tries, and there some of it is down to RNG. So yeah, there's quite a bit of RNG involved in the runs. This free-to-play speedrun obviously won't be as fast as your Dragon Amulet speedruns due to the convenience of being able to invite guests from the Book of Lore directly. So here, the first part, I'm going to have to do it without guests, and it's actually possible to beat JCAF at level 2 if you do it correctly without any other special equipment than your regular longsword. So here I got a bit lucky with the critical hits, but it won't really matter. Sometimes you get a bit unlucky, JCAF keeps doing the double hits, and then you actually have to spend a turn to heal up. But this time when I did it, I got pretty lucky there and JCAF didn't, so I didn't have to heal up. Sometimes you may need to drink a health potion, but if you do it right, then you don't need to. So the first turn, you need to kill one of the thugs with a regular attack. Second turn, you use your double attack on JCAF, and the third turn, you kill the thug and the second thug, and then afterwards, you just keep hitting JCAF from then on. So there is sort of an exploit or bug here, whereby you can actually get access to Falcon Reach even without killing the Hydra. So for free-to-play players and even for Dragon Amulet holders, they just skip through the whole Hydra thing because you need either a good fire weapon or a good energy weapon for that, and you want to save or cut off as much time as possible for speed runs. So what you can do is go to your Book of Lore. You can jump straight to Book 3. They won't let you jump to Book 1 Falcon Reach until you unlock the Hydra. So you can't access Book 1 Falcon Reach from your Book of Lore. You can only access Book 3 Falcon Reach, which is really weird. But from Book 3 Falcon Reach, you can head over to Twilly, and then from Twilly, you can go over to Book 1. So first thing you do is buy the Serpent Sting weapon. That will boost your damage by a little bit, not a lot, but it's quite substantial at this level. It's only cost like 6 gold, so you have enough gold to afford that. And secondly, you want to set your hometown as Book 1 Falcon Reach. So there you have it. You have successfully skipped through the whole Hydra fight and the ambush in the forest thing. So second thing you want to do is afterwards, you want to invite Artix, because Artix will help you a lot on these sort of quests. Artix not only has a healing skill, but he also deal quite a high amount of damage. So for Dragon Amulet holders, you can just invite him straight from the Book of Lore. That will be the Book 3 version of Artix, which I believe is slightly stronger than the Book 1 version. But not having a DA and all, I could only resort to using the old-fashioned way, which is heading all the way over to Necropolis and then recruiting him as a friend there. So I've also included Robina in the party to help a bit with the DPS of the overall group, because Artix at this level, combined with my damage, is not quite enough to kill off the thugs fast enough. So getting 2 guests or getting 1 guest, ultimately the boost that the enemies get is still the same, so you should just bring 2 guests instead of 1. And you want to re-invite Artix later on, because Artix scales to a level. If you don't re-invite him, he's just going to stay at level 3 throughout the whole speed run. and you'll see why it is important to re-invite him later on for a bit more tankiness and of course a bit more damage. So right here we are halfway through Robina's quest, and you actually level up twice in this quest, which is really nice. So right now I'm just powering through all of the monsters right here, and for DA holders, by the time you reach Book 1 Falcon Reach, you can actually go to Cicero's store to buy a water weapon that will carry you through the entire speedrun and let you do lots of damage. But this being free to play and all, I also don't have dragon coins to spend, so I have to make use with the gold that I have. And all the weapons that I've seen and done my research on, this is the only good weapon that you can buy with the little amount of gold that you have earned. And on top of that, you actually don't have to travel very far, and it's actually part of going to Falcon Reach itself, and you have to go inside the inn to set the hometown anyway, so it's sort of a convenience thing. Right here we level up a second time, and then we'll go and fight more thugs. Alright, so what you want to do is you don't want to stop right there and heal for those healing pads because it wastes quite a little bit of time. So what you want to do is outside of combat you can just drink potions, and one really neat thing that they've changed about the game, sort of make it more convenient and easier, is that one, healing pads, the healing pads that you find throughout your quest actually heals your guests now, and two, drinking health potions and mana potions outside of combat also heal your guests' health and mana, which is a really neat thing. And also healing from your Book of Law also heals your guests. I remember back in the past, just healing regularly, you wouldn't be able to heal your guests just by healing regularly. There were only some NPCs which had buttons to heal your guests, and the only way you could heal your guests apart from those special NPCs which provide guest healing was to just uninvite the guests and re-invite the guests again, which is a huge waste of time. So I'm glad that they've changed that now. And here I do make a few small mistakes here and there with the attack rotations and whatnot. I should be using Artix's most powerful attack, which is one, the mega combo, which I usually try to save for a boss, or two, the undead slaying hit. Any other skills are basically a waste of mana and a waste of time. So if you're facing multiple enemies, you should obviously be using his multi-hit skill. And after we are done with Robina's quest line, we can basically we don't need Robina anymore because at level 2 she doesn't deal as much damage as we want. Instead, she'll be replaced by Valencia once we head over to the Valencia questline part of the Dragon Egg Saga. So here I'm just finishing this up. And you can see the bandits here, they have 60 health, which is quite a fair bit, especially if you're stuck with Robina here, which doesn't deal a lot of damage. So doing a bit of calculations here and there, I figured that it will be faster to just stick with Robina rather than taking a detour to Valencia, inviting her, and then coming back here to do the quest. So here I made a mistake. I clicked on the Black Dragon box first when I was supposed to complete this quest before I clicked on that Black Dragon box button. So that cost me a few seconds here and there, but you know, in speedruns, obviously every single second counts and all the small seconds eventually adds up. So that is one small mistake that I made. But even though I was not entirely satisfied with that, but this is my God knows how many try already, and you know, I'm doing my best. So if you guys can try and beat my timing, that would be great. There are other speedruns on YouTube. Like I said, they are using Dragon Amulets and Dragon Coins to help speed up. The fastest record time, I believe, was about 17 minutes. And that guy was really lucky with his Earth Cave RNG, which I'll go through later on. So apart from doing everything as optimally as you possibly can, some of it also comes down to luck, like whether the monster survives with 1 HP, or like whether or not you get a good Earth Cave run. So the Earth Cave, I find that is usually the choke point. Even if you manage to get everything down as perfectly as you possibly can, the Earth Cave RNG is usually what will screw up your speed run. If you get a very unlucky Earth Cave RNG and then you just keep getting 3 boulder elementals over and over again, that really drags your time out. So yep, there's that. And here, all the monsters in this quest, they're actually quite hard hitting. So what you want to do with your main character is just stun the monster right off the bat, and using your other supporting guests, just kill them off slowly. So yep, there is that. I do make a few more mistakes here and there with the attack rotations, like not using the best rotations available for the attack, but it's nothing too big of a deal here. Right, and now we shall continue to move on to the next part where we continue to fight Clocking Wanderers and the Buffalo monster thingies. Alright, no, but before that we went to the Unikugas first. And the Clocking Wanderers. So the Clocking Wanderers, they hit really hard. You definitely don't want them to get a second turn. At most, you can let them get one turn, but if they get a second turn, they'll most likely kill a guest. What is really important here is trying to keep all your guests alive until you need to re-invite them again. So if Robina dies, it doesn't really matter because you are going to re-invite her. You are going to have Valencia replace her very soon, but ideally you want Robina to survive until the end of her quest line, which is until you face Drakev your second time. So you want her to survive this quest to help out with the damage, obviously. And very importantly, you don't want Arctics to die before you reach level 8. So level 8 is the point in time whereby you need to re-invite Arctics again. And before you reach there, it's best not to let him die. Or because having to re-invite him again, you'll just screw up your whole timing and you'll just mess up the entire speedrun altogether. So as much as possible, try to keep him alive. And just now there you can see I got really unlucky that the monster survived 1 HP, which means it cost an extra turn. And for the animations to play, that is a few more extra seconds off the clock. So yeah, unlucky with that. But it is what it is. It's very hard to get a 100% perfect speed run. I would expect that to be like critical hit after critical hit after critical hit, but obviously that won't happen in a real game unless you are like the god of gamblers or something like that. But yeah, it is what it is. There's no way anybody can get a perfect speed run, but you can try your best to get a very close one. And I think here I got a really close to perfect one. Here I heal up with the mana potion because I need them to do their skill attacks to help finish off the monster faster. It's way faster than waiting for the healing pads to take effect. And right now, let's see. Okay, so we are just going to power through the monsters here while I talk about other stuff. No, so at the very beginning, I didn't mention this point because I was going through everything really quickly. You want to punt Twilly back. You don't want Twilly in the party because one, Twilly does very negligible damage for his animation, for his attack animation, so I'd rather not have him. He's almost immediately replaced by Robina and Arctics once you get to your Falcon Reach there. So the time spent on his attack animation is not worth getting him as opposed to just punting him back. So if I remember correctly, if you accept him into your party, you actually have a few more dialogue boxes to go through as compared to just punting him back. So punting him back is the faster option out of the two. Right. Now this Clocking Wanderer, okay, we missed one, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. Arctics will still kill him. And moving on, Boviox. So once we finish this part, you have to fight Drakev a second time. I found it faster to just stick with Robina rather than taking the detour to Valencia. I think I mentioned that just now, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, so I did make a mistake when fighting Drakev later on. We'll wait till we get to that part in the video and I'll talk about it. Almost done here. Just wrapping things up. The last monster, and once you kill this monster, you're supposed to run back to the starting point and the quest will automatically finish. So this by far is the lengthiest quest throughout the entire speed run, and not many things will go wrong during this quest. It's just extremely tedious because of the huge amount of monsters that you have to fight through. And there we have completed it. So Black Dragon box. Yay, let's go. So because I stunned Drakev in the beginning, I should have focused all the power attacks on the Kraken guy instead of on Drakev. So that was the mistake that I made. You should focus your attacks on Kraken and not on Drakev, because here, Kraken, I can't remember. I think he managed to kill off Arctics, did he? I think he killed off Arctics or he got really done close to it. So I got a bit pissed off at that because that sort of costed me some time to re-invite back Arctics. Let's see here. Can't remember if he killed off Arctics. I think he eventually did. Oh, he got really, really close to it. And here I should just use multi-attack on Arctic so I can get a hit in for Kraken as well. Yep, here he kills Arctic, so that will cost me some time. Very, very unfortunate right there. But then it's all about adapting, so I decided not to go back to Necropolis and recruit Arctic straight away because that is going to drag out some time. Instead, what I did was I just stuck with Robina, which was still alive at the end of this, and then I just head over to Valencia and have Valencia replace Arctics. In the ideal situation, when Arctic survives, you want to have level 3 Arctics and a level 7 level 7 Valencia heading into the quest without Robina. But because Arctics died here, I'm going to have to stick with Robina and Valencia, which is obviously lower damage, and it sort of cuts the time a little, increases the time by a little bit because of the lower damage output from my party. But you know, it's all about adapting, and like I said, this is nowhere near a perfect speed run. I'm sure if somebody tried to, they can probably do a better job with a few more tries. Here is where Dragon Amulet holders have another advantage because, or people with Dragon Coins, they have another advantage because buying the water weapon from Cicero shop means that you don't have to keep switching between a metal weapon and a nature weapon right here. So here I have to juggle between a metal weapon and a nature weapon because this Ramage guy, he's immune to all metal attacks. You can see Valencia, when attacking with metal, it does 0 damage. And as for the plant monster, I can't hit him with nature because it will just heal him. So DC holders, they have an advantage here. They don't have to keep switching weapons. Once they buy that powerful water weapon from Cicero shop, they can just use it all the way throughout. It also help in the Doom Kitten fight later, as you guys will see. So right here, if I actually had Arctics instead of Robina, I would have been able to kill these monsters much faster because Arctics will probably just one-shot them with his blinding light skill or something like that. Yep. Whereas Robina, on the other hand, had to take like 1 or 2 more extra turns. So all in all, I think I could have shaved off like 3 minutes of this speed run without all the mistakes and whatnot. Maybe I can shave off a little bit more time. This speed run comes here at about 33 minutes plus. So yep, there is that. I'll probably just put a timer somewhere on the screen there so you can see. And another thing that I forgot to mention, have you guys noticed what damage is Valencia? What damage is Robina doing? Wood, guys. When was the last time we had wood damage inside of the game? So if you guys didn't know, they actually removed the wood element. All of the wood weapons were actually converted to nature weapons. I have no idea why the staff wanted to do that, but yeah, Robina still does wood damage. It's one of the few or the only things that still has the wood element inside the game. So it's not completely removed. It's still in the game. It's just that I don't know why the staff decided to remove the wood element from all of our weapons and equipment and decide to just stick with nature element. I guess it's more to synchronize or to like bring everything together because wood and nature is basically almost the same thing. So there's no point in having 2 separate elements. But streamline it, you know, have Robina do nature as well. I believe Twilly does wood damage also, if I remember correctly. I don't know. But yeah, streamline it or something. And not sure if it's intended or the staff just forgot about it. But yeah, have Robina do nature damage. And maybe if you want to remove the wood element from the game, you can remove it completely or you can leave it in there as an Easter egg. Not sure if this is intended or not. So yeah, another thing I want to point out is obviously the Falcon Reach exploit, whereby you can reach Book 1 Falcon Reach from Book 3 Falcon Reach without going through the Hydra. I think they didn't mean for that to happen. So I think the staff forgot to patch that up, and I actually discovered this by accident by myself because I was finding a way around the Hydra because having to do Surging's quest for the energy weapon would just take up way too much time for to justify putting in a speed run for it. So I was trying to find ways to get around it and I realized that you can actually hit to Book 3 Falcon Reach. So yep. And now we are finally level 8. So once we reach level 8, like I said, here I went to re-invite Arctics again. So I want to head over to Necropolis and then replace Robina with Arctics because level 8 Arctics, the damage boost is quite substantial for this level. And he also provides a little bit more tanking for Doom Kitten, as you will see later on. So here, having to walk all the way to Necropolis because I'm unable to use the book to invite guests because I don't have a Dragon Amulet. If you do, then this will be a way faster process. But of course, you'll be getting a different Arctics because the guest version of Arctics inside the book is the book 3 Arctics. Whereby inviting him from the Necropolis, you're only getting the book 1 Arctics. And if you want to invite the book 3 Arctics from book 3 Falcon Reach, you can't do so until you complete the Friday the 13th, the Calamity Saga thingy. So there is that thing that you have to watch out for. Also, I have no idea why my PC keeps just blacking out on its own. I guess it's because I have to move the mouse or something. Right, so I can see myself recording on this screen, but I can't see anything on this screen. Okay, now I can. Right, I'm going to move the mouse periodically every now and then so that the screen doesn't cut to black. Right. Anyways, you can see here, yes, this is the true power of Arctics. Here, you really have to know exactly which doors to go through or you'll waste a lot of time here. So the first, after you go in through the door at the bottom, you go to the left door. Afterwards, it's just one left and then it's go right all the way. So the first door, after you go in through from the door from the ground floor, is left door, and then afterwards, you just go right all the way. So here I go right again, queue up this voucher gun or whatever you call it, and then go through another right door and you will be at the boss fight. Right. So Valencia, she has 2 skills. Okay, I didn't have to go through one more door. Right. Okay, so now just battle here. Valencia, she has 2 skills that you want to use. One is duo, the other is the kick. The kick actually does more damage. It's just an auto crit. And the kick actually has a way faster animation as compared to the duo. Only use duo on your second turn if you are still unable to do the monster, but don't do it like what I did right there. The attack animation for the regular attack will have been faster and the regular attack will have been able to kill it off. So that was another mistake that I made. Okay, here I made another mistake. I went to click onto the quest when actually I should just be heading over to Warwick straight away. So there, another very, very tiny mistake there. My walking wasn't really aligned. I had to back out a bit and then like go up again. So it's all these small things in speed runs that will cost you a few seconds of time. So it's like half a second here, 2 seconds there, that sort of thing, and then like it adds up to a minute and whatnot. So here heading over to Warwick and Warwick's quest. So the first one is just dialogue, very fast. It's just a matter of how fast you can click through everything. And all of these speedruns, of course, your internet plays a big part as well. If you have a slow internet and then like you have to wait for things to load and all that, and if your loading time is taking very long, then obviously it's going to impact your speedrun. So next up, heading over to the tower. This is another also slightly longer quest, I would say. But yeah, with Arctics and Valencia, you do get through it rather quickly. There's about 10 minutes more left to this speed run. I'm going to try and narrate through everything, what I'm doing. So hopefully you guys are entertained by my commentary. I'm obviously not commentating and playing through the speed run at the same time because I really needed to focus on this. And you guys know from my videos that I am not very good at multitasking. I can't really commentate and play through stuff at the same time. So I was full focus on this. I was doing this speed run and then I'm doing this commentary after the speed run itself. So yep. Here just powering through these monsters. These monsters actually have a bit more HP, so they actually require me to take a second turn, unfortunately or fortunately. Unfortunately. So yeah, that is a bit more time taken, but for DA holders with DCs in the bank to spare, with your strong water weapon, you can kill them off in the first turn. So I took a short detour there for the healing books to heal up a bit, to get some MP. It's a little bit faster to walk up there to get a bit of MP as opposed to drinking the MP potion. After this monster, I do drink an MP potion, I think, but I guess it wasn't really needed. So let's see, do I do it here? No, not yet. Right here, I'm out of MP for the kick, so I probably should have just drank the MP potion rather than run up to the bookshelf. Honestly, I don't know which was the faster option. I do drink the MP potion eventually. Yeah, I just did that there. So I guess running up to the bookshelf was a mistake. That was probably like another 1 second or like half a second. So yep, that's another mistake that I made. This is, I believe, the second last monster, right? And yep, he dies. Okay, that's great. He doesn't take another turn. Yep, this is the last monster. And just go all out basically. Valencia doing a kick, Arctics doing no his most powerful attack is still on cooldown unfortunately, but I managed to stun him, so That's great. This guy also does a lot of damage, so you definitely want to stun monsters like this. I realized that all of the monsters do quite a lot of damage, so as far as possible, try to stun them so you can keep your guests alive. Here, another mistake. I went to click on this when you didn't need to. I just needed to heal up the guests. Okay, I didn't need to click on the quest. You can just go straight to the fire cave without talking to Warlick, because it sort of like auto runs and the items are already there even before you talk to Warlick. So there is no need to talk to him again. Fastest way would be to just run up to the fire cave straight. Don't have to talk to him, right? And now you want to take the upper path, and you have these infernal elementals which actually have quite a number of HP to go through as well. So there is that thing, but we do power through them quite fast, and I don't think I made any big mistakes for this part of the run. Let's see here. No, not really big mistakes there. Okay, right here I should probably have just used multi, but I didn't on my main character. Yep. From the very start, I should have just used multi instead of stun. That would probably have killed him instead of leaving him with 2 HP. So that is another probably 1 second more for the stun animation to play out. Yeah. I'm just narrating through my mistakes that I made throughout the run. So if you guys want to attempt a run and get a better result than me, which I'm sure some of the more hardcore guys probably will, if they are actually up for the challenge. So it's these small things that you guys can take note of to make your run even faster than mine, right? So guess A and guess B actually makes quite a big difference as well. Valencia has higher base damage, so you want to keep her as guess A so that she can kill the monsters right away with the kick attack. Artix, on the other hand, he may not be able to, how do you put that? Okay, there I should use double and I should use multi at the start. That was another mistake right there. So Artix, even his most powerful attack, which cooldown carries over between battles, you can only use it like not every battle definitely. So Valencia is the better choice because a high kick, not only does it do more damage, but you can use it every battle without a cooldown. So you should have Valencia as guess A and Artix as guess B to speed things up. So here you run out and you don't need to talk to Warlick once again. You can move straight to the next part, which is the Earth Cave. Moving rightwards. Okay, right here is where all the RNG comes in. Earth Cave. If you keep getting triple boulder elementals, then you should restart your speed run, because that will really screw up your timing. And out of all the speed runs I did, I think that happened to me like once or twice, which honestly wasn't that bad. I know some people had worse luck, and there are obviously people with way better luck. So this wasn't as perfect as I hoped. Even though I didn't encounter a lot of triple boulder elementals, but I had to go through quite a number of rooms before I managed to get to the end. So here's my first triple boulder elemental. Was obviously not very happy to see this, because that means taking more time to clear them, and yeah, it is what it is, I guess. And of course there's that guy who survives with 1 HP, really annoying. So yeah, this is where I got a little bit pissed and like, oh no, do I have to restart this speed run again? Because because of this factor and the fact that all the mistakes I made earlier, I'm like, oh gosh, please don't give me any more rotten RNG nonsense. So yeah, I decided to just stick with it. It's still not that bad, I guess, at this point of time. And Artix is able to clear this monster. So I chose the path to go down, which apparently was the correct path, thankfully. So level up. Once again, that means another free heal for my main character. If you get a lot of dirt beetles, that's good, because dirt beetles, they have half the health of boulder elementals, and they can die they will die even before they take a hit. So another mistake there, open the Book of Law instead of opening my inventory to drink the health potion. Here, another mistake, I think. Yeah, should have used multi. So dirt beetle would have died, but no. I did the mistake there. Should have used the initial attack from my character on the beater to kill them in one turn faster. So that is one mistake I made. That quite unfortunate. Here I was thinking like, oh my gosh, how many rooms are there going to be? Because some people's earth caves I've seen, they took like 2 or 3 rooms only. So mine was, I think, a little bit longer than that, but it's still okay. I saw the final boss here, so I'm like, okay, it's not that bad. I think I'll stick with this version, this speed run. So far, it's still within my margin of error, so I'm fine with that. After the earth cave, you want to head straight down to the water cave and grab the bag of salmon before you, or salmon as some people pronounce it. Okay, that is actually the correct pronunciation, bag of salmon, and then bring it back to Wallet. And then you'll fight the Doom Kitten, which is really the last major part of your quest. No, before that you actually have to head to the Wind Cave first. So here, while you are traveling, you can take this chance to heal up because the run there takes quite a while. You can use this chance to open up your Book of Law and heal up while you are running to get that bag of wind thingy. So here is the summoning, and this is the last major part of the quest. After this is just dialogue and just a matter of how fast you can click. So Doom Kitten here is quite a challenge. In fact, this is the most challenging fight out of all the fights in the Dragon Age Saga, and basically you want to burst it down as quickly as possible. Try to keep your guests alive as much as possible. This was not a very ideal Doom Kitten run, I have to say. Some of my guests were really close to dying, but they didn't die. You can see here it got really close. And right here, I'm not doing a lot of damage. So yeah, there is that. Artix eats a bunch of damage, but he's still within the safe zone, I think. So I didn't heal him up. Valencia, on the other hand, you will see her eat a whole lot of damage and get very close to dying on the next turn. And so did I. So for me, I couldn't risk it because if your character dies, that's it. So I actually had to just, I had to heal up with a health potion there. I got Artix to heal me as well, and of course himself. We just died. And Valencia here is so super close to death. If Valencia had died, this speed run might have gone wrongly. So here I was contemplating whether to heal up Valencia or not, but then I decided not to and just try to burst out the monster. Hopefully it doesn't target Valencia in the next turn. This will be the last fight anyways. So it's not that big of a deal if he kills Valencia. It's just that in case anything goes wrong and he starts targeting my character, at least I still have extra mid shield in Valencia to help me tank the damage. But very luckily, Valencia did not die. So right here, I did not know why I backed out. That was a mistake. So yeah, I didn't have to heal here because that was the final part of the quest. Little bit more small mistakes here and there, but nothing too big. So right here, Secret Cave, powering through towards the end. Here, just going to select the first egg that pops up. Not going to take my time to choose. It's faster to port back to hometown before as opposed to running backwards. And I will cut off the timing right when I complete this quest. So that is it for this DragonFable speedrun. I hope you guys have enjoyed this special DragonFable video for me. And if you guys would like a challenge, I'll challenge all of you guys to do it yourself. You can try to challenge and beat the record time of 17+ minutes if you're a Dragon Amulet holder with Dragon Coins. Or if like me, you want to do a free-to-play version, you can try to beat my timing of about 33 minutes. Anyways, that's it for the video. If you like this type of videos, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And of course, be sure to subscribe if you'd like to see more of such content on my channel. And till the next time, I'm your host, Korriban Gaming. Peace out.